What could be so bad that Doc Green needs the help of Deadpool? Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I take trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down to the digestible bites to help you understand. Then I read it dramatically back to you. All alterations in the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. Bruce Banner was shot in the head, damaging his brilliant mind, but Tony Stark then used the Extremis virus to repair his brain. The Extremis virus had some unforeseen effects. It made the Hulk into the smartest man on the planet, Doc Green, and once he was in full control, he locked Banner away inside of himself. He then set off on a mission to remove the world of gamma-powered threats that he had created. While he already got rid of A-Bomb and Red She-Hulk, his biggest challenge now stands in front of him. Red Hulk! General Ross changes into the Red Hulk as Doc Green lands in front of him, breaking the ground apart. Ross, it's over. The hell it is! And then two chopsticks land in both of their ears, and Matt Murdock is standing there. Take us someplace else, you psychos. Agreeing, they jump out of the city, but in the air, Ross drop kicks Doc Green, and they both crash land into a field. Doc Green begins to smash Red Hulk across the face. With the ground shaking and rocks crumbling around them, they hit each other, each with insane force! You are such a hypocrite. You want to save the world from a gamma monster? Save it from yourself! Doc Green then trips Red Hulk and yells at him, "Shut up!" And he punches his head into the ground. Shut up, shut up, shut up! His drone then comes over, dropping the cure for the Red Hulk into his hands. But the Red Hulk grabs two rocks and smashes it on Doc Green's head, breaking the needle that he was holding. He then punches and kicks Doc Green, getting the better of him before putting him into a chokehold. Doc Green bites down on Red Hulk and calls for a teleporter door. As the lab opens up a door in front of him, he walks through it, but then the Red Hulk leaps through it, joining him in his lab. They continue their battle using Doc Green's lab equipment and his computers as weapons. But as one of the scientists shouts, "Got the data!" A doorway is opened up and Doc Green kicks Red Hulk out of it and into the open air once again. Red Hulk looks around confused and realizes he's falling into a volcano. Very funny, Hulk, you son of a... Doc Green pops his arm back in place and the scientists with him inform him that they got the data that they needed on the Red Hulk. It's time to put their real plan into action. With that, Doc Green goes to his next target, Lyra, the new She-Hulk. She is the child of Bruce Banner from the future that came back in time to stop some dastardly event and has now stuck around. Doc Green is tired of her being in this timeline. He jumps into a cornfield where she is and tells her, "You are going home." She starts right off telling him, "I thought you were smart now." Doc Green catches her punch telling her, "Fights are stupid and you are leaving." She uppercuts him and then jumps on him, stabbing him in the arm. Behind her, a portal opens up and seeing where it leads, she tells Doc Green, "This isn't my home!" And he calls out shocked. "What? Help!" She calls as she's sucked into it and it closes up behind her. Doc Green opens up a portal, walking back into his lab where he asks the green AI where it sent Lyra. It explained that Lyra is a threat and returning her to her natural timeline would neutralize her. She would only return. To top that off, I deleted the location from my memory banks as it is apparently an unpleasant location, so I don't even remember where it is. Meanwhile, Lyra is fighting against a giant tentacle monster shouting, "I'll kill you, Hulk!" Doc Green tells it that he didn't want this. He wanted her to go home, not to some random place, but the AI explains that it was modeled after Doc Green at the height of his intelligence, and he is fading. The Extremis is wearing off and your intellect will be diminishing as time goes on. Doc Green is speechless. You built me to continue your mission once you failed. Then he sees something that the AI built that he had no knowledge of, and he tears it open, revealing Bruce Banner, or at least an AI synthetic version of him. The AI was originally Doc Green's failsafe, and this Banner AI is the failsafe for the Green AI. Doc Green grabs the head of the synthetic Banner and he begins to crush it, but it tells him, it'll be patient and it'll wait. It has all the time in the world, unlike Doc Green. Once you're dumb enough, we'll talk about this again. His scientists all run into the room and he tells them he lost control of his AI. Meanwhile, the AI has downloaded itself into the SHIELD's LMD robots. Realizing that he needs to learn how to fight and not smash, Doc Green heads off to see his old friend, Danny Rand, and learn how to properly smash. He then goes to his next location, the US's Gold Reserve, Fort Knox. But as he gets there, he sees Maria Hill already there and he learns that there is a problem. One of her agents was just found dead inside. Putting two and two together, Doc Green realizes that his AI has beat him to this location, his next target. He demands that they let him inside and he explains that he made the AI, but it has gone a bit rogue. Maria tells him that that's such a stark thing to do and then asks, why is the AI here? So Doc Green explains that the Gamma Force is at the Gold Reserve. It's their secret base. It's a group that was built with the sole purpose of fighting against the Hulk. As they get downstairs into the gold room itself, they see the AI is now in control of the LMD, which is now in control of a robot suit, fighting against the Gamma Squad already. Doc Green jumps right in shouting, "Where is she? Where is Lyra? Where did you send her?" He tears the suit apart pretty easily and quickly, and then he looks at the LMD smiling. It's odd that they didn't notice their explosives were missing. Doc Green shouts, "It's a trap!" And then he covers the explosion with his own body to protect everyone. Maria gets up to see the Gamma Squad trying to take the gold bricks, and she tells them to put it down. She sees them doing that. But Doc Green explains to her that the gold is actually tungsten with gold plating. Someone took all the gold out of here a long time ago. All of those conspiracy theories are true. But don't tell anyone, the economy would collapse. He then takes the Gamma Squad to the elevator, and as they reach the top floor, he injects them all with the serum, reverting them back to normal. He then heads back to his base where his special guest is waiting for him because it's time for Hulk to handle 2 more of his Hulks, and he's going to need Deadpool for it. He walks into his room to see Deadpool with Doc Green's pants taking a selfie, and Doc Green tells him that he wants to hire him to find the Red Hulk. He'll even pay in gold bars. Deadpool sets off and he tracks Red Hulk to the desert out west. But then he does something unexpected. He calls up our elderly Steve Rogers to inform him of the job that he's conducting, and Steve asks him to remain incognito and do what Doc Green asks, but report everything back to Steve. Deadpool replies with, "Hulk helper in progress." While Deadpool is tracking Red Hulk down though, Hulk breaks into the leader's lab and sticks him with a needle to tell him to stay away from gamma radiation forever, it's over. But as Doc Green leaves once he's finished, someone else arrives promising the leader something more. It's the AI, now going by the name Gammon. And since he can kind of predict Doc Green's actions, he is now 1 step ahead of Doc Green as he grants the leader new gamma-based powers. With that out of the way, Doc Green teleports back to Deadpool, because Deadpool has now found Red Hulk. His powers are based on absorbing energy, and Deadpool is looking at him standing in a nuclear facility, a potential for limitless power for him. Doc Green hands Deadpool a bullet with a serum in it, and he tells him to hit Red Hulk from a distance in the ear or the eye. What if I miss? If you miss, I'll tell General Ross that you betrayed him. Well played, you jerk. But just so I know, what if I really miss? If you miss, Red Hulk will be unstoppable, so don't miss. Doc Green then jumps right into fight. Let's finish this, Ross! With pleasure, Banner! They hit each other and Doc Green tells him, "I'm not Banner, but before we finish, you'll say my name!" And then off in the distance, Deadpool is looking through his sniper rifle. Even if I breathe weird, it's gonna change the direction of this bullet at this distance. So he holds his breath, eyeballs the spot, and says to himself, I need to figure out where he's gonna be, not where he is. And then kablam! He hits the Red Hulk in the ear, dropping him. Doc Green tells him that that serum is going to stop him from absorbing radiation as blood pours down the side of Red Hulk's head. But even if he can't power up further, he's still a Hulk! It ain't gonna help you, maggot! He shouts, throwing Doc Green into the cliffside that Deadpool is on. Deadpool shouts, "Ay, ay, ay!" as rocks fall on him, severing him from his legs. Can't feel my legs! And then he sees his legs, severed from his bodies. Damn it! I really love those legs. And then vultures start to land and start to peck at the legs. Shoot! Shoot, bird! I'm not gonna let some stupid animal eat me! As a bunch of wolves are looking at the top half of his body. Doc Green gets up, smashing more of the cliffside, and then he sees Red Hulk trying to make a getaway with a jump, so he throws a boulder at him, knocking him out of the sky. Then he jumps into the air, hitting the Red Hulk across the face, and he begins to smash his face, causing his blood to spill. You have me wrong, Ross. Banner was filled with anger. I'm filled with hate, Doc Green says as he begins to shove his thumbs into Red Hulk's face. Ross returns the favor hard, and then Doc Green hits him back even harder, and he throws Red Hulk into the sky. They're hitting each other so hard that everyone can feel the force of their fight with minor earthquakes around the entire United States. No holding back as they land in a town and they begin to tear into each other even worse than before. But Doc Green continues to egg him on until a furious Red Hulk hits him so hard into the sky that he knocks out Doc Green. Mid-air, he reverts back to Bruce Banner, and Banner realizes, well, I'm finally in control, and now I'm about to die. He knows he can't survive this, so he begins trying to wake up Doc Green, and just before he hits the ground, he breaks his own finger, bringing on the anger. Red Hulk smashes him with a landing. Doc Green tells him, nice hit, Ross. And then he kicks him to the ground and he stomps his face in. Back and forth, they keep hitting each other harder and harder to the point where everyone is on high alert, even retired Avengers. Ross gets Doc Green into a chokehold, but Doc Green has had enough. Ross, I am the Alpha, I am the Omega. And he hits Red Hulk so hard that he takes his teeth out. He then lifts him into the air. I am the strongest one that there is. I am the Hulk. And he buries Red Hulk down, jamming the needle into his back. Red Hulk changes back into General Ross, and then the military police arrive to make him answer for his crimes that he has committed as the Red Hulk, because he wasn't always a good guy. Then Doc Green writes a message into the dirt on the ground, letting himself revert back into Bruce Banner, who sees the writing and says, we need to talk. A week later, Bruce Banner and Doc Green have decided to work together against the AI. It needs to be stopped, and he goes to see Jennifer Walters, who is the She-Hulk. She has the entire Avengers team with her, telling Doc Green to walk away. He isn't going to revert her back to her normal self. And he tells everyone there, "I'm dying, and I want to speak to Jennifer alone." She feels that she can handle the Hulk, but the Avengers want to stay by her side, but she does tell them that it's going to be okay, and she takes Doc Green's offer to talk. He explains that he's slowly reverting back to his original intelligence, and while he made an Extremis booster, he's concerned of what it'll do to him. You see, the Extremis virus is bringing out a hatred for everything from inside of him, and he doesn't want to lose to that. That force inside of him is something tremendous, and he will become something to be feared if he lets it take control. He also tells her that Lyra is lost somewhere in the multiverse, and he can't find her. He then tells She-Hulk that he's going to leave her this way and not fight her. She's the best out of all of them, and he's going to find Lyra and stop this AI. As Doc Green walks away, Betty Ross begins to show up and asks to speak to Banner. She wants to apologize. So Doc Green reverts down as she tries to apologize to Bruce for shooting him and starting this whole thing. But Bruce is too busy looking into the information that is related to the AI on how he and Doc Green could stop it. Realizing that Bruce Banner will always be Bruce Banner, Betty Ross kisses him as the end is coming. And it brings us to the close of the Doc Green storyline. Now sadly, this story currently doesn't actually have a full resolution. We never get to see them fight the AI because Secret Wars happened immediately after that, and the Hulk story that picked up after Secret Wars is the Totally Awesome Hulk. So hopefully, when Totally Awesome Hulk meets Bruce Banner, we'll find out more of what happened. But until then, this is all we have. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you want more comic books, don't forget we have a manga channel, Comicstorian, where we bring you manga videos every Monday and Friday, and we have a gaming channel where we bring you gaming comic books every Friday. Both of those are linked down below, Comicstorian and Eligible Monster, and I'll see you guys next time right here.